And check this out. There is literally no food on the shelves. None. Look, lunch meat. It's supposed to be lunch meat there. It's all gone. It is all gone. There is no meat here at all. This is wild. That's for grilling, breakfast, nothing. We're getting into this is the poultry section. This is crazy. I think we have a trucking shortage or something going on, or delivery shortage or something. I don't know. This is trippy. Nothing over here. We're in the Walmart in Columbia, South Carolina by Fort Jackson. And check this out. There is literally no food on the shelves. None. Look, lunch meat. It's supposed to be lunch meat there. It's all gone. It is all gone. There is no meat here at all. This is wild. That's for grilling, breakfast, nothing. We're getting into this is the poultry section. This is crazy. I think we have a trucking shortage or something going on, or delivery shortage or something. I don't know. This is trippy. Nothing over here in the beef section. Crazy.
Hey, Shalom, Israel. It's your brother Yawana coming back at you with Lord's will, another edifying lesson. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, our teachers. Shalom to you, brothers, pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth in all righteousness and sincerity. And as always, man, peace, blessings, and many salutations unto you sincere Akim, Wa'akwa, to you brothers, along with you sisters who are given all diligence to make your calling and election sure in these last days. Okay, ultimately, man, hey, this video, obviously, this lesson was inspired by that video that you brothers had seen, or, you Wa'akwa for watching. And, pretty much over there in, at least at Fort Jackson, South Carolina, how there was ultimately in that Walmart, as you've seen for yourself, there was no cheeses, there was no lunch meat, there was no beef, there was no chicken, okay, and hey man, you about to start seeing more people posting videos on different social media platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, okay, on all these different empty shelves, man. It's going to get a lot worse than that, okay, and this is the doing of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai. You see, this is our 2nd Ezra, chapter 15, in verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Okay, and one of the main things that the Lord is sending, because you've seen a lot of stuff happen in the world right now, man. Pestilences in diverse places, earthquakes in diverse places. Okay, death everywhere. People, just here recently, I think it was in Europe. You had 1,000 people, and probably even more now, that had died from from extreme heat and from forest fires, man. Okay, people dying all over the place, man, because the Lord is constantly sending that judgment out all day. Okay, all day, every day. You see, this judgment doesn't slack. It says, verse 6. It says, "For wickedness hath exceedingly polluted the whole earth, and their hurtful works are fulfilled." That's right, man. Okay. And we're in the time when we're gonna see a lot more, a lot more famines, man. It's gonna be more local to you. You see, you're not gonna be able to go inside the store, okay, and be able to pick what you want. You're gonna have to get what you can, because I can even see, just like how it was when this whole pandemic, or when the pandemic started with the C-19. They had it to where in some places, you were only allowed to get a certain amount of items, or say, a 24 pack of water bottles. You might be able just to get one 24 pack, man. You see, so that things like that are going to start coming back, because guess what? There's not going to be any food. There's not going to be any produce. There's not going to be any wheat. There's not going to be any dairy. There's not going to be nothing, man. And you people out there who weren't taking heed to what the prophets were telling you Alright, in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and guess what? You're ultimately gonna be, you're not gonna have no way of getting any food. You might have some for a while, but as soon as that shit runs out, you people are gonna have to resort to stealing, or fighting over it. They don't forget, man. Hey, you people back in 2019, we were stabbing each other over toilet paper, man. Killing each other over gas when that whole gas crisis happened. How much more food, man? Okay, you see, because toilet paper, that's, somebody say we need it, and hey, man, it is a luxury to have, but you can't live off toilet paper, right? You might need gas, but say all jobs, they shut jobs down, all right, or what, whatever, what I'm saying, or even if an EMP strike hits and you can't use your car, what I'm saying, what good is that gas gonna do? But you need food, man. You see that? You need food. And once that food's taken away from the people, then they're gonna resort to being like wild beasts. This is 2nd Ezra 6:22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what we're seeing, man. It's the full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. And that's what you see in this video, man. Okay, all that beef, all that chicken, all that lunch meat, turkey, ham, which we don't eat ham, but turkey, chicken, the ham, or the different cheeses, like they got the shredded cheese, they got the the little cheese sticks, little kids like the cheese sticks, they got all that stuff, man. Okay, but they don't got none of that. But guess what? That this is prophecy coming to pass right before us, man. And this is just in one place. Here pretty soon it's gonna be everywhere, man. You're gonna have people literally going to stores and panic buying because it's gonna be a trend to where everybody's seeing there's no food in the store. So you're gonna see a whole surge of people going in and panic buying. Okay, now that's gonna cause a whole bunch of protests because there's gonna be a lot of people who might have not known until last minute and try to go to the store and there's no more food. You see, it's gonna be riots. There's gonna be all kinds of shit, man. That's gonna take place in the times to come. This is another sign that we know we're close, or getting closer to the end of this damn place, man. Right? Because it's the full storehouses, man, are now becoming empty. Right? Let's keep going on. 2nd Ezra 6:23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall be afraid suddenly, or they shall be suddenly afraid. Verse 24. At that time shall friends, right? At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, man. You see that? Friends gonna be fighting each other like enemies. People that have known each other since diapers or preschool, or grew up together in the same neighborhood, same school. They're gonna be enemies. They're gonna act like they never knew each other, man. Because guess what? When it comes to that food being taken away, all right, and somebody else has a family, and say you might be a single man or you just have a wife, and the other dude got 4 kids, or 5, 7, 8 kids, he gonna be like, man, you really don't even need that food, bro. He's like, I got 8 mouths to feed, right? And then they get into a fight, and then one of them ends up dead. You see, that's the times we're coming into, man, where friends are gonna fight each other like enemies, man, as if they never knew each other at all. It says, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. Yeah, people are gonna be fearful, okay? Because you're going to be seeing a lot more riots. You're going to be seeing a lot more people kill each other. And that's written in 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter. Let's grab that real quick. Right, this is prophecy. And this is why Ezekiel 3:17 says, give the people warning from me. Because we're warning y'all, man. And we're also warning ourselves. Because we're not just warning you, for no reason. No, the Lord will put the spirit on brothers, man, to warn you individuals, man, those of you out there who are sincere, so that you can continue to stay right. And that's why the scriptures say watch and pray. Because you see it, because this is another sign that the Lord is working, man. Okay? The Lord is moving. You see? And that's why we gotta stay on our P's and Q's. Now this is 2nd Ezra chapter 15. And I started verse I started verse 16. For there shall be sedition among men, and invading one another. They shall not regard their kings nor princes, and the course of their actions shall stand their power. Right, man. There's gonna be more riots, more protests, more violent protests, man. Because as you've seen, or as we just read, it says they shall not regard their kings nor their princes, man. And one major example, a more recent example of that is Sri Lanka, man. You've seen thousands of people, man. Going out there and ultimately, marching in them streets, and they went all the way to that president's house, man. Because he was corrupted. He really didn't have the people's best interests at heart. You know, and they went to his big mansion that he was living at, and then they took it over, man. You know, no cops were going over there and shutting shit down. They were swimming in the pool. They were barbecuing in the back, and then in the back of the mansion. You see, and that's what's going to happen here, man. You're going to see things like that happen here. I mean, we saw a little account of that. I think that was last year in January. That whole the Capitol being stormed, which a lot of that, I believe it could have been, engineered. But nevertheless, things like that are going to happen, because really it all goes back to the will of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, man. Because the Lord controls all things. See? So we're gonna see something like that will happen in Sri Lanka here soon. It's gonna be on a more grand scale, right? It says, verse 17, a man shall desire to go into a city and shall not be able. Yeah, because there's going to be government checkpoints, different forms of military that are going to come and set up shop, different, different mile points, and you're not going to be able to go into one city and drive into the next. You see, there's going to be some sort of requirement for you to be able to go in to another city, man. There's going to be government checkpoints. Verse 18, for because of their pride, the city shall be troubled, the houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor. Yeah, a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, right? Pity is just mercy. But shall destroy their houses with the sword, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation. Yeah, they're going to spoil their goods. They're going to take everything you got, man, because there's going to be a lack of bread, man, a shortage, a food shortage. You're seeing that right on the screen, Walmart food shortage. And this is not just in Fort Jackson. This is everywhere, but, there's some places that, a little more in stock than others, or they're stretching things out to make it look like they have more than they actually got. But we're all going to start seeing, man, more people posting on these different media platforms on, this is happening here in this place. This just happened here and so. And it's it's going to happen, man, because it's happening now, And they're going to see a lot more people panic buying, and that's going to lead into a lot more other things, man. It's going to have a domino effect of other problems, which I don't care, man. I just hope Yahweh Bashmal Shai continues to speed these things up. Because we need to get the hell out of here, man. These people are going to start eating each other here soon. These people are going to turn to cannibals, man. You see, that's why we need the protection from Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. Because these people are going to start eating themselves. They're going to start eating their own kids, man. This is, let's get a quick account. This is Lamentation chapter 4 and verse 8. It says, their visage is blacker than a coal. They are not known in the streets. Their skin cleaveth to their bones. Yeah, their skin cleaves to their bones, and that's what we're gonna see in this modern day time, man. When your skin cleaves to your bones, just think of them little Hamite kids or them African kids out there in Africa, man. How they're like all them diseases in their skin. It just looks like it doesn't even look like they have meat. It's just straight bones. They're just skeletons, man. That's what a lot of people are gonna look like because they're gonna be deprived of food. Right, their skin's gonna cleave to the bones. It says, "It is withered. It has become like a stick." They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. Yeah, those that just be straight up killed by the sword, which the modern day sword is the gun, are better than those that be slain with hunger. It's pretty much better for you to just get shot down in the street than it is for you to die of starvation, because starvation is a very slow and painful way to go out. But a lot of you people are reserved for it, okay, because you chose not the love of the truth that you might be saved, man. Right, it says, verse 10, the hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children, man. I believe sodden goes into boil. The people are going to be eating their own kids, man. Just like those two women in the book of 2 Kings, the 6th chapter, had ultimately made that agreement, right? Because there was two women with two sons. Matter of fact, I'm gonna finish this. I'm going to grab it. Lamentations 4 and 10, it says, the hands of the pitiful women have sodden their own children. They were their meat in the destruction of the daughter of my people. Yeah, people are going to be eating their own kids as, like it's going to be a substitution for meat, because there's not going to be no meat, man. Right? All these different shortages, and people think this is a game. So this isn't a game, because the vision is yet for an appointed time. So you can laugh all you want. All right, but when the prophecy comes to pass, don't sit there and get scared. because you were warned, man. All you had to do was get right, but you didn't want to get right. You see, you thought everything was all fun and games, until that fun and games becomes reality. And now your reality is you not having any food to feed yourself nor your kids, and you don't have any solution to the problem that's at hand, man. So guess what you're gonna do? You're gonna try to survive the best way you can, and that's gonna be either stealing it from somebody else or having to kill somebody, man. Because what they say in the world, desperate times call for desperate measures. Now us, we're gonna be doing is praying to Yahweh Shai that He keep us safe and continue to protect us, man, just like we do now. And Lord willing, we're the elect, the Lord's going to make a way for us through all that hell, throughout all the fire that we're coming into. We're going to be in the midst of all of it, yet we're going to be taken care of, man. And that's something we got to believe in. So this is 2 Kings chapter 6 and verse 28. It says, "And the king said unto her, What aileth thee? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son, that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow." So yeah, the two women, man. She's like, hey, today we'll eat your son, because there was a famine in the land at that time, man, a grievous famine. And the woman said, "We'll eat your son today, and we'll eat my son tomorrow." It says, "So we boiled my son and did eat him. And I said unto her on the next day, Give thy son, that we may eat him. And she hath hid her son." You see that? So that woman pretty much deceived that girl, or that woman deceived the other mom, that if they ate her son that day, they'd eat hers the next. And they ate her son that day, and the next day, it was time for her to pretty much fulfill the half of her agreement, and she hid her son away. That's wicked as hell, man. People are gonna be doing it. They're gonna be seeing that happen, man. Somebody gonna come along and they're gonna make that, because nothing's new under the sun. Somebody's gonna make that same deal. Okay, hey, today we eat my daughter, and today we eat your two kids, and then they gonna eat those two kids that day, and the next day him and his daughter are gonna be gone, man. On a full belly. So cannibalism is coming back. And one more scripture on that. This is the book of Isaiah, right? This is the book of Isaiah chapter 9 and verse 19. "Through the wrath of the Lord of hosts is the land darkened, and the people shall be as the fuel of the fire. No man shall spare his brother." Man, yeah, nobody's gonna be sparing each other, man. Every man for himself. "And he shall snatch on the right hand and be hungry, and he shall eat on the left hand, and he shall not be satisfied. They shall eat every man the flesh of his own arm." Yeah, you're gonna be seeing people walking around with chunks out of their arm or their thighs or their shoulder, or their biceps, because they're gonna be eating themselves, man. And see some people have try to bandage it up, but there's gonna be blood coming through the bandage because it's open, and it's like a gash. People gonna be literally cutting themselves open, man, to eat. And that talks about that 2 Ezra 15 as well, how people are gonna be drinking their own blood for very thirst of water. Right, because again, there's not even in these times too. You gotta remember, there's not gonna be no water, and that's something you're hearing about a lot more, man. Is water shortages, okay? Different lakes drying up, and that's the judgment of the Lord as well, man. Scriptures say that He drieth up, He turneth rivers of water into a wilderness because of the wickedness of them that dwell therein. So Lord's drying up all these places, man. Okay, this is 2 Ezra chapter 6. And verse 24, "At that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still, and in 3 hours they shall not run." So yeah, man, there's gonna be water shortages too, just as we're seeing now. There's gonna be no water, and you can see that in the book of Eli, the movie with Denzel Washington. There was no food, there was no water. There was only water in that one town, if I remember it correctly, man. It was from a well. But hey, in times to come, only the elect are going to be able to have that water, man. You see? While other people are going to be having to drink their own blood or to drink their own piss. You see? Or what the hell ever they could find. You see? But that's why we have to continue to, stay studying, stay reading, stay praying to Yahweh Shai, fasting when the Spirit's on us to do so, and continuing to do the best that we can, because these days are upon us, man. We're at the end, and we're going to see a lot more videos of the people posting on their accounts of what's happening concerning these food shortages. There's going to be more shortages. There's going to be more death. And there's going to be more destruction that the Lord's going to bring, man. So we got to stay ready. So with that, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Makakodash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the great millstone. Shalom to you brothers pushing and teaching this truth across the four winds of this earth. And as always, peace, blessings, and many salutations to you sincere Akim wa Akwad, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure in these last days. Till next time, I say Shalom. Stay strong.